Hello everybody, thanks for joining me again. If you're new to my channel, then my name's Simon. I live in the fishing town of Brixham on the south coast of England. And today I'm sitting on a bench, just pondering the world and looking at the view. Those of you who already subscribe to my channel will know most of my videos come from Dartmoor, but occasionally I'll post one from here in Brixham. But because I live here, I find it quite difficult to come up with new ideas, new photographs, and a way of telling a bit of a story, really, just to show you around the town. I'm not one for taking all those honeypot shots of the harbour and the boats and stuff, although I do occasionally do that. I'd much rather look for something a little bit different. But of course, if you see a rainbow over Brixham, then you just have to take the shot. But I like looking for something a little different, like this collection of tenders by the harbour wall and these very stylish chairs outside Liberties at night. So I thought I'd use the park benches that are scattered around Brixham to bring you a different video every now and again, and just focus on what I can see from the bench and have a little chat. Now, it was a great idea at the time, but already I'm finding it really difficult with the number of people that are out on morning runs and walking the dog, and the occasional motorbike or car that just stops and revs the engine. But we'll give it a go. As it's the start of the year, I did look back at last year's photograph and try and pick my favourite 12, and one of them was taken from just behind me here, looking down the path at some park benches. It was a dull day just like today, and I made the effort to get out with the camera, and to be honest, I was really desperate to take a photo. So I went back to basics. There was no grand vistas or anything like that, so I was looking for leading lines and just some subjects. And it worked really well. Some mist in the background, that leading line in the path, and the two benches just really tell a story. And looking back at some of my other photos of the year, benches were a bit of a theme. This one at Warfleet in Dartmouth, and across the water in Kingswear, this couple sheltering from the sun at the station. You might notice the light changing every now and again. There's actually a whole week between different parts of these pieces to camera. I found it quite difficult to change the format, I guess, of the videos I do. This is something a little different, doing something straight to camera. So I've even got myself a little notebook and jotted down some ideas during the week. Well, that's enough just talking to camera. Let's have a look around the battery, shall we? There's a really good view across Fishcombe and Cherston Cove at the north end of the battery. Get the sunrise or even sunset. Sunset's probably in the distance there, but the sunrise casts some lovely light into the coves. And if you go around the path a bit and look back at the battery itself, you can get some lovely light as the sun shines through the trees, and you can get some really abstract photos like these ones. I really like the silhouette of the tree against the sunrise. The colours really stand out, but as I said, the sunrise blasting through these trees with a little bit of mist creates these rays. And looking at the detail, you can get some very abstract shots like this one. Just love the colours. These two coves almost look like the Mediterranean, especially in summer when the water's clear, lovely turquoise water. It is a protected area. There's some seagrass beds here with some seahorses, so not allowed to drop your anchor here, but there are some buoys to moor up. I've just about made it up this steep hill to the battery museum. If you're here, the museum's free in the summer, and they'll tell you all about the history of the battery. I think it started off in Napoleonic times, and obviously the buildings that are remaining here now are all from World War II. Down at the lower end of the battery here, you've got some lovely views all across the bay, and on a good clear day all the way along the south coast as far as Portland. A very good friend of mine recently gifted me this Canon film camera, and I've been experimenting with some black and white Ilford FP4 film. Now it's almost 30 years since I last picked up a film camera, so I'm quite pleased with these images, and look out for a video in the near future just about how I've taken these shots. There's also a bunch of World War II buildings here that were part of the battery. There were searchlights and gun emplacements here, so we'll have a look around some of them on the way back up to the top of the gardens. Well, another black and white shot, this time with a digital camera. And the reason I've included this, I just like the leading line and the composition. On the way back up to the gardens are what I think are probably the most impressive structures, still with all the metalwork on the front. I'm not sure if these were for the searchlights or the guns, but certainly there were guns and ammunition stores here. well, I think I'm going to call it a day. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and maybe give me a like. And hopefully I'll see you from another park bench in Brixham soon. Bye for now. Cheerio.